of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Honorable Minister, distinguished ministers, government officials, ambassadors, and of course our development partners and implementing partners, members of civil society, academia, and the private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Subah Wanaksan. I try my best. Your Excellency, on behalf of the NDC Partnership, who is a partner and a coalition to bring together more than 240 members globally, including more than 120 countries, developed and developing in nearly 100 institutions to deliver on ambitious climate action. We were found in Paris after the 2015 path-breaking Paris Agreement came into place. And I'm honored to be with you today together with my colleague, Ms. Irene Muara, and of course with our friend, Dr. Abdullahi. Where is he? Ah, there he is. Thank you so much. Allow me to commend the leadership of the federal government of Somalia, particularly the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, for convening this important summit at a time when climate change impacts are intensifying and threatening the people and the economy of Somalia. And, if I may add, also in times of geopolitical tension and uncertainty that we haven't been seen for quite some time. Somalia's commitment to advancing climate action is evident from its engagement in global climate process and domestication of international treaties and agreements. And at the UNFCCC, the Climate Convention, everybody has one voice, right? It's Somalia has the same voice as Germany, where I'm from, or other countries. So this is very, very important. And the UNFCCC, the Climate Convention, is providing the foundational framework for international climate action. You ratified the Paris Agreement in 2015, committing to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees with efforts to limit it to 1.5 degrees. This commitment is reflected in Somalia's updated nationally determined contribution, and the one that is currently under development, which is the third elaboration of the climate plan of Somalia. On financing, the Green Climate Fund, that we work together very closely, was established as a key financing ministry under the financing mechanism under the Convention to support developing countries in implementing mitigation and adaptation actions aligned with treaty goals. Somalia is currently benefiting from the most recent 7-year, 95 million program climate resilient agriculture. It's a project that is implemented by the Food and Agricultural Organization, the Ministry of Environmental and Climate Change, and the Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation. Somalia also stands there to benefit from the new global climate finance goal set out in the COP29 in Baku. They are aiming for at least 300 billion annually to be distributed from the global north to the global south, making sure that the responsibility is met of those that cause climate change to those that suffer from climate change the most. With the development of Somalia's NDC implementation program, which is from 21 to 30, there's an ongoing finalization of the NDC 3.0 through a whole of government and whole of society approach. A very important part, and I congratulate you, Minister, for doing this convening, which is always a challenge, we know it from other countries, to bring in the ministries of finance, to bring in the sectoral ministries, to bring in the leadership of the state. Today, Somalia is on the front lines of climate crisis, facing extreme recurrent droughts, floods, and ecosystem fragility that have disrupted livelihoods and displaced communities. Yet, through this summit, Somalis are sending also a powerful signal to the world that it seeks not only to adapt, but also to lead and set a transformative example for the countries facing similar challenges. And that cannot be underestimated, right? You may think about the G7, the G20, and so forth, but countries like Somalia, countries like many others in sub-Saharan Africa or also Asia and Latin America, stepping up, leading with example is extremely important, and a signal for the global north also to do more and to stick to their commitments. Since joining the NDC Partnership in 2017, Somalia has accessed technical support to update their NDC and develop NDC finance strategies, technical assistance for embedded NDC in-country facilitators, and especially here in Somalia with the support of the UK and with the NDC implementation plan supported by UNDP and FAO, as well as the NDC Partnership Support Unit, which I'm proudly representing. As the NDC Partnership, and there's more to come, right? I mean, there's finance to mobilize, there's implementation to be implemented and to be moved forward, and I think it is extremely good to have the FAO and the GCF example, because this is where the plans and the planning and the politics are meeting the real economy and the real life of the people, which are the farmers. So we can talk a lot on the global level. It needs to be happen here, and this needs to be made, the connection needs to be made here. As the NDC Partnership and our members, we remain committed through our colleagues here and with your leadership to help and support Somalia in its NDC implementation journey. To this end, the partnership circulated a new request from Somalia for technical assistance to finalize the update of the current NDC, raise awareness and enhance the capacity of different sectoral ministries and representatives here in May. We urge our partners to support the request, and we know the European Union is here, the colleagues from the UN are here, our Danish colleagues are here, with all the support. Italy is represented on a high level. So we can only say, try to take this opportunity, use the leadership you're having to request the support. And let us use this summit not only to reflect the challenges, but also to deliver concrete solutions that will secure some more resilient, inclusive and sustainable future for Somalia and its people. By acting together, and that's our motto, we achieve more. Mahashanadit, thank you very much. I think I need to improve my Somali a little bit. Thank you so much.